Hey friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules. Thanks so much for being here today. In this vlog, I am going to be reading a book that is outside of my comfort zone. And I purchased it on purpose, and I'm not really sure why. I'm reading Annie Bot. The cover is beautiful, so like that drew me in. But I don't like books or movies about robots, so I'm really not sure why I got this. I am not a sci-fi reader. I'm just not. Let me tell you what it's about. Annie Bot was created to be the perfect girlfriend for her human owner, Doug. Designed to satisfy his emotional and physical needs, she has dinner ready for him every night, wears the cute outfits he orders for her, and adjusts her libido to suit his moods. True, she's not the greatest at keeping Doug's place spotless, but she's trying to please him. She's trying hard. She's learning, too. Doug says he loves that Annie's artificial intelligence makes her seem more like a real woman, but the more human Annie becomes, the less perfectly she behaves. As Annie's relationship with Doug grows more intricate and difficult, she starts to wonder, does Doug really desire what he says he wants? And in such an impossible paradox, what does Annie owe herself? So we're going to give it a go. This book is only 230 pages, so it should not take me long to read this at all. I'm going to also watch a couple of robot movies. So obviously the Robot Wives movies, that the main one that comes to mind is the Stepford Wives. And I'm pretty sure I liked that. I mean, it was back in 2004, so it's been a minute or 20. So I do not typically watch sci-fi movies or robot movies. My husband loves them. He's always watching them. So I will find myself sometimes watching movies that I'm not in the room with him to watch the movie. Like, I'll be doing my own thing, but then like I start getting distracted by the movie, and then I'm like, oh, that was pretty good. So I was searching for movies that have like robot wives or girlfriends or whatnot. So I found a couple that I think I want to watch. So the one is called Wifelike. It came out in 2022, and it seems like it's kind of going to be like a little bit of a thriller. So it seems like maybe like he took his wife's memories and put them in a robot or something of that nature, because it's like someone's trying to get this robot to remember things. So I don't know if it's real memories or if it's just things that she saw, something that she saw, and like they're trying to get those memories from her. I don't know. It looks pretty good. And then the other one is called Robots, and it came out in 2023, and it's like a rom-com. It looks pretty funny. So it's like in a world where there's robots, there's people and robots, and then you're not supposed to have like robot doubles of yourself. So a guy and a girl each have robot doubles, and they send their robot out to date this, on this date, not realizing that both of the robots are dating. And the robots ended up like falling in love or something. Anyway, it's a comedy, but it looks pretty funny. So I thought that would be kind of fun to do a whole kind of robot theme while I read this. Anyway, I'll let you know what my thoughts are. This book is weird. So, the first thing that I would like to say that I hate about this book is that the chapters are forever long. So the book only has 231 pages. There's only 7 chapters. 7. So I hate long chapters. That is just a strike one on this. And then there's a lot of robot, what word do I use without sex? Way more than I thought was going to be in here. So we'll just call it robot fun time, I guess. Maybe. Anyway, there's a lot of it. It's not my jam. So obviously we're following Doug, and Doug has a robot that he paid for pleasure, which her name is Annie. And So basically, she is supposed to do whatever he wants, whenever she wants. So there's different types of these robots. Her type of robot is just strictly for like pleasure. Then they have one that it could be just for like cleaning and cooking, house chores, things like that. So when he first got Annie, she was supposed to be like a general companion for him, like to do all the things. Well, then he wanted to upgrade her and just, well, I don't know if it's really upgrade, but like change her to specifically just be for this. Well, then he found that she was not cleaning or doing things. And so he was getting mad at her for not doing these other things that she used to be programmed to do, but like isn't doing those things now. So she is like, I will do better. Give me a list. I can do all those things, you know, or whatever. One of his friends stops by randomly to invite him, you know, to be in his wedding, and at first does not realize that she is a robot because they look very real. And he's the only person who knows now that he has a robot companion. The friend stays over. The robot's not really comfortable with him and his questions. I think they're programmed to be very lifelike, like with their emotions, like to seem like they have emotions and not just like very robotic. Situation happens. She's uncomfortable with it. There's the secret now. So Doug's friend mentioned something to Annie about, oh, you know, you can learn programming and stuff like that. You guys can learn anything you want to learn or know how to do. And she's like, oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, so apparently she starts asking questions, like when she goes in to get like her checkups done from this like company that he bought her from. She has to go for like regular routine checkups, and she's asking questions, and then they're just like, oh yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. Don't worry about that. Don't ever try and upgrade yourself or, you know, program yourself for things. Anyway, she starts searching. Like, she doesn't physically have to look at a computer. Like, they can just like plug into it, and she starts researching all this stuff. Doug brings home another robot. Annie's kind of has like a jealousy, and Doug's like, you can't have that emotion. Why, you know, what is going on? So he gets the other robot specifically for cleaning and cooking and whatever, so that Annie can strictly just be his pleasure robot. Anyway, he gets mad about something that Annie does and grounds her, like literally tells her to go dock herself and leaves her there for like a long time. There's also like verbal abuse, domestic, not violence, because he hasn't gotten violent with her, but he's obviously gotten mad, and you can see that like timidness of, I don't want to make him angry. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, I'm now at the part where I don't know. Honestly, I don't care if I give anything up to this, because if you're gonna read it, props to you. She leaves. He goes on a trip for 3 days and she runs away. That's where we're at. So anyway, hopefully I finish this soon. I'm not having a great time with this, but luckily I'm reading something else. So I'm bouncing back and forth, so I'm not just like stuck in this. So as far as robot movies, so far I have only watched Alita, Battle Angel, and that's actually really good. I'll pop in a little clip of part of it in case you've never seen it, just so you can kind of see what it's like. So I actually enjoyed it. It's very like kind of cyborg, so it's not just strictly robots. So like her Alita has like a human brain, but the rest of her body is made out of like a robot materials that this man like builds for her. She's a super badass, and I think that's why I liked it. So I can get behind that kind of robot movie. It was a good time. And then I'm currently in the middle of watching Wifelike, and it is very much like this book Annie bought. So I'm like fast forwarding through the robot fun time. And but it also kind of has a thriller aspect, which I'm not sure where Annie Bot's going, but it doesn't have any thriller. I'm not getting any thriller vibes from it. So I don't know where this book is going, or really honestly what their purpose of the book is at this point. I really don't know. So I will be back when I have some more thoughts on this movie that I'm watching and the book. So I'm about 40% through the book right now. I'm back with my final thoughts. I finished this book. I'm going to be honest. If I was not doing a vlog for this, I would have DNF'd this. This book is not it. At least not for me. And I know I've seen on Goodreads there are some people that really enjoyed this, and good for them. But this is just a no for me. So I don't usually rate 1 star. I probably would have rated this a 1 star if I did 1 star ratings, but I don't usually do 1 star ratings because usually if it's that bad, it's going to be a DNF. But since I didn't DNF it, I'm going to give it a 2 star. And the only reason it gets that extra star is because of this beautiful cover. Like, I am really upset that I'm going to have to unhaul this book because it's pretty, but it's crap. Anyway, so literally the most exciting part of this book was when she ran away and the other robot went with her. And so the two of them run away. They go to the house of the tech that usually does her checkups is where they went. So she thinks he can help her like turn off their locations, and that way they can get away and be free. And he's like, no, I can't turn off your locations because they can track you where the last were at, the location you were last at before it was turned off, and they would know it's me, and I can't do that. And Doug has already tracked them in the meantime and comes back and finds them. He gets very rough with her and takes her back home. The other one, the second robot he got, he's like, do whatever you want with her. Scrap her for parts or whatever. Just like pitches her aside. Takes this other one home and literally locks her up for months and doesn't talk to her, doesn't do anything with her. And then like has an actual real person come over and has relations with her while she's locked in the closet, just hanging out. She's not off. Like, she's on, but she's locked in this closet. Anyway. So then, once he gets over his however long he wants her in there, he lets her out, but he still doesn't want to talk to her, and he ignores her, and he doesn't want anything to do with her. And then his friend's wife suggests that they go to counseling. So they go to counseling. Apparently this is a thing that like there's counseling for these relationships with these humans and robots. So they go to counseling, and literally the last part of the book is just them going to these counseling sessions and like reconnecting with each other and trying to be truthful, and like it's literally just a family drama. Following it's boring. And again, I don't know what the purpose of this book is. But I kind of do. Okay. I believe that the intention was for the robot to want to be free, to like have her own thoughts and feelings, and to be able to do things without being told to do them. So basically being free, which is not what she is, because she's a robot. She was bought for a reason. Anyway. So I hate to bash on someone's book. I'm not trying to do that. It just was not the book for me. Obviously people have liked this. It's for somebody, it's just not me. And it looks like this is the author's debut novel. So I cannot say that I will pick up another book from her. If it's anything like futuristic or sci-fi or anything like that, it's just not my lane of the road. And then I did finish the movie Wifelike. That is the only other robot movie I watched for this vlog. And I wouldn't recommend it. It's very similar, like I said earlier, it's very similar to this book. And we did determine that there was something in her memories that her memories were basically transferred. Her human memories were transferred into this robot. And there was something that was being that he kept erasing. And so they were basically trying to get her to, people were trying to get her to remember it. Not really much thrillerish about it. Like the reasoning behind him wiping the memories and stuff. I don't know. It wasn't my jam. So for now, I can 100% say I am not a fan of robot books. Robot movies, depends on the robot movie. So that is that. I did want to share that my husband made, so my husband does 3D printing. He prints all kinds of things. And so I was like, hey, I'm doing this robot vlog. I said, can you 3D print me a robot? And he's like, yeah, sure. He printed one, and it was actually a tiny one. It was like this size one, like a little one. And he absolutely like loved it. So then he's like, I'm just going to print a bigger size one. And then I'm going to print another one. So this is the first one that he made. They like, you can move, so they clip together. So it printed all these pieces and he literally like had to put it together. So this is made out of filament and it stands up and everything. Like you can see it, but oh, hang on. Ta-da! You can position him and do whatever. So, and then he made this one. It's like a white and teal one. And like, yeah, you can like bend their legs up and like make them into like, and whatever. They're literally like robot action figures that he made. So anyway, I thought it was such a good time. So he made these. So I'm probably going to put these on my bookshelf somewhere. I don't know. But, and then he made little ones in like, oh crap, she just came apart. He told me not, he told me to be careful with her. He made this one. She's like a cyborg. The connection on this is like not great. So he's got to work on that. But anyway, she has a face. Look, she's got a ponytail. And then she's got little, he put high heels on her. Anyway. And then he made a Deadpool one, which is really cool looking. But he's at his work. He took him into his work. But then he also made a Wolverine one. Look, he's got little claws. So we have robot family now. We have all the robots now. Anyway, so I know this vlog is not very long because the book was not very long and I really had nothing exciting to say about it. So I apologize for this very quick, not so exciting vlog of me reading Annie Bod. But I hope you enjoyed the vlog anyway. So until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind. Bye.